Well, hello everybody. 2021. I think it was 2020 when I did a last video. That was December, right around Thanksgiving, Christmas, I don't know. But here it is, February, mid-February 2021. And I'm going to try to get started on my videos again. Try to be productive on that. So let me bring you up to speed. This is Daniel with Peace and Plenty Farms. Let me bring you up to speed on what I've been doing the last couple of weeks. I did get that load of trash hauled away, and I did get the metal loaded, but the PTO will not disengage, and I'm going to have to take the PTO off and find out what's the matter with the lever on the K30, so that we can get this to the dump and get it dumped. This is the gantry that I'm going to put together for lifting heavy items. It rolls around the yard. We're going to do a video on putting that together. But back here, I moved my processing area to back here. So this whole area is new. We cleaned it out last year. Have a brand new freezer here, and I'm going to plug in a refrigerator converter. You plug it into the outlet, and then plug the freezer into it, and then put the sensor, the thermostat sensor, down in the freezer, and that'll turn it into a refrigerator. That way, when I process the animals, I can let them sit in the refrigerator for 3 days, 5 days, whatever it is, turn them and let them get, it's like hanging time. So this is what I call my paddy wagon right here. Put some new tires on that, and I'll put the rabbits in here when I bring them around. And we've got a dispatcher just off to my left, and then I use these hooks up here and hang them right here. I used to do it hanging from a tree with a garden hose, but I'm starting to get set up back here. I'm going to clean this area off. This is my hot water tank. I have two of them because this one here froze and broke, and I had this one all rigged up and set up, and a piece of it froze and broke. So I'm going to rob another piece off of this, put it back on there, and I'm going to remount it again right here. And we'll have hot water and cold water right here for when we're doing the processing. I also picked up a pedal for underneath the sink. This will go underneath the sink, and you just step on this and you can turn the water on. So when your hands are covered in whatever, you don't have to put your hands on the faucet and get that all gummed up with processing stuff. So we've got that. I'm going to run another wire from the house down here, so I'll have two lines. And I've got this little refrigerator hooked up right now. I got a couple rabbits in there I processed the other day. And this is my shrink wrap up here. So I'll get them shrink wrapped down here. We'll shrink wrap them right on this table here. And we'll get them up to the house and get them in the freezer. So this is it, the new working area for processing. Plan to do some more improving to it. I have up here a larger hook for, I thought maybe the pigs and the goat and the sheep, but I don't know if that's going to be sturdy enough. I've got electric winch for it, and then they would just hang right here. It'd be a little bit of a small area, but I feel like I can lay my tools right here. I'm going to build a place to hang the hose, and well, we'll see. We'll try it. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so that's the processing area that I've built over the last couple of days, and I cleaned this area out. This is where we do our seedling planting right here, and so I'm getting ready with these to do strawberries, get the strawberries going. So we've got this area now for that. The lime, going to put that down on the garden. Been stocking up on plywood. It's $55 a sheet now, so I've got that. I'm going to get some new tires put on that. Okay, let me show you what I've done with the goats around here. I built an area for them. I built a stanchion for them, but I wanted to show you this little area. So I started out doing a tragedy video. That's in another video. We did the chicks tragedy video. I'm going to do a tragedy goat video. But so I've got this gate right here, and I found that putting the hay right on the other side of that gate, there's a sheet of plywood on the other side of it, and then the tractor and miscellaneous lawnmowers and things on the other side of the plywood right here. That tractor's going to the dump or sold for parts or something. I'm not going to spend the time and the money to finish it. It's too far gone, and I just don't have the time, and even if it was finished, I don't need it. This is a piece of wood I'm just using to hold the hay here so it doesn't spill out. The chickens will dig at it if I don't protect it. But the sheep and the goat, they can just eat right through that gate. It works out great. I just open it up right here and load it right there, no problem. Okay, so I wanted to show you, I built this divider right here. It swings out. It swings out like this, and then this piece of plywood right here, I can just move it over, and it fits right here and right back to that stud, and that gives me one area for birthing right here, and then a second area on the other side of the plywood, and then there's another panel right here. This panel opens up. You can see there's a set of hinges right there. It's catching on the hay and the straw, but right now, but you see I can actually close in a second area right there with the 4x8 plywood right down the middle. So I built that. So if I need two spaces, I can get them real quick right here with this double door right here. And it just stores right back over here. And that works out pretty good for me. And there's a light up there in case I need to put in a heat lamp or whatever when the birthing starts. I don't know. We'll see what the temperature is. Here's the stanchion that I built. Now, what I want to do is, I've been putting food out here for them because they are not used to this stanchion. They don't like it. They won't get up on it. So I'll throw a little bit of food in here along with the regular feed, and the little ones will get up here no problem and eat out of it. But what I want to do is I want to put some plywood right here going around so they won't climb up right here and eat it. The older ones, the bigger ones, they'll have to get up on the stanchion. The littler ones, they love the stanchion, they don't mind it, but I don't know if it's because they're pregnant or what, but the two larger mamas will not. Half and half, and Jamaica will not get up on the stanchion. Okay, so over here I put in a door so you can see the rail up here with the hinges, and I've got this plastic and plywood protecting it for right now, just for the rain. But we'll paint this this spring. We do a lot of painting in the springtime, the decks and things like that. But this door, it goes all the way over to there, and that gives me another closed off section right in here for them. And I'm real happy with the way this turned out, just the way it looks and everything. And we'll get it, as soon as the weather gets warm enough, we'll get it painted, and it'll be a nice addition to this area over here. Okay, the thing that I spent the most amount of time the last month and a half working on was these pigs. They have been a catastrophe. They have figured out how to pull these white stakes up out of the ground. They go along and they stick their nose down underneath the wire, and they just flick the post up out of the ground. So along the fence here, I've got them hooked at the top right there so that they can't lift them out. But they made a complete disaster all the way across here. I wish I could have shown you the mayhem and the destruction that they did during a real busy time at the shop, and I couldn't get to them. But I went back and I added a board in. I added in wire so that the rabbits can't dig under. I added barbed wire so that the pigs won't pull it up. And then there are, you can see I added 4 boards right there Same thing in the next section. There's 4 boards right there. They were tearing this whole area down, all the FEMA camps, all the gates. They pulled all the gates down, all the plywood. They pulled up all of the chicken wire that was here. They had destroyed all of these FEMA camps all the way down. And same with this white fencing. I had put in temporary electric fencing through here, and they had destroyed all that. And everything was just scattered out through this whole area, and they were just eating it and walking on it. And so there was no time, not even a minute to spare to do a video. I just had to set up my saw and my tools, my screws, and start fixing everything. And went through, and now if I have a problem, I can actually take them into one of the FEMA camps and with some feed, put some feed down and close them in there. Then I can work in this area and do things. Same with this one here. I can close the pigs in there if I need to, and I can work in this area now. I actually have 3 areas built for them. There's one more back here. If I need to, I can put the pigs in there and close them in there. But this is actually a rabbit area. This plywood is for straw and hay to feed like a colony of rabbits. I can put 10 or 15 rabbits in there, and they've got a little plywood shelter back right there. I need to put some felt like roofing like I did on top of that. I need to put it on top of that one for the rabbits. There is in this FEMA camp right here, this little gate, there are rabbits in here, 3 females. There's their water, and there's a white bucket right there with some food for them. And that was the main problem that I dealt with this area. Let me take you over here, and I've got a electric fence that I can show you what I was up against. So I had bought all of these. This is the type of fence post that I had bought. This, I'm gonna lean it up there. You can see the wide ribbon fits right in there. And the idea was to just feed the ribbon along here, and I thought they'd stay in there. But the pigs would get underneath of this right here, and they would just lift the post right up and knock it over, and they could go where they wanted to go. So then I installed this. I found out that these would fit on here. So I bought a bunch of those, and I installed these, and I put a wire on right there. But it didn't take them long to figure out that they could cover it with dirt, and it would short out, and then they could lift it up again. So they're pretty smart. So then I took one of these, and I cut it right here, and I extended the length of it with this PVC pipe right here, and extended it like this, and then it's wedged in here with a screw. There's a screw right here holding it tight onto this this spot on the post. And the idea is that when they come up to it, this is right about eye and ear height right here, so that their ears will go over the top of it, and then their eyes will be right about there, and their forehead will touch it right there. Then their nose can't get down and reach this area to dig and pile up dirt, and their nose can't reach this. But if they happen to reach here, they'll find another wire, another ribbon in this area right here. I like this one because you can lift it up and down for the terrain. It'll be tight once you snap this piece around the corner. Now I had to adjust this and make this work because I had already bought several boxes of this style of post. So then I bought several boxes of this style electric fence, and so I was kind of stuck with making what I had work. And so that's how come I ended up going with this piece of pipe right here. Now I haven't actually installed this and tried it yet, but this is the next design that I'm going to use. And like I said, this is right at eye height, where their ears will go over the top of it, and their forehead and eyes will be right there, and then their nose is right there. That's about how far apart you want it. So as they grow, you may need to move this up, this one here up and down, and this one here can also go up and down if you need to. But that's what it takes to keep them from, if they can get to the bottom of this post right here without getting the electricity on them, they will pull that post right up. And it's just stuck in with your foot, you know. It's just a short little, you can see it's just a short little, maybe 8-inch nail to stick it in the ground. So it's got to be hot to keep them from lifting it up. I had even taken and wrapped electric fence wire all around this yellow part, and they still were able to ground it out by throwing dirt up on it. They would just dig and throw dirt up on it, and then they would come along and lift the fence up. So needless to say, it was quite a catastrophe. Quite a catastrophe. I could have processed those pigs right then. Wouldn't have bothered me any. But we got through it. Fortunately, I have the second fence. Like, there's the electric fence, but then there's this chicken wire fence. So it did stop them. I was able to put them in the FEMA camp and close them in while I worked and built something more permanent. But it was a fiasco. Okay, this is the area that I'm going to start on next, tomorrow. Well, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we'll see. But my plan was to start here 1st of February, and I think this is like the 8th or 9th of February, so we're a little bit behind. But this is going to be my greenhouse right here. I need to fix this roof panel and reattach that, and I need to build shelves in here. I've got the lumber for it. And I need to put the doors on this end right here, and I need to get everything out of here. These are the doors here. Get this all cleaned out. Maybe put a wood stove in here, maybe a propane heater, that type of thing. So need to get that going, and that's probably not tomorrow because it's supposed to rain. But this right here, let me back up. This is the fodder house, and everything that I do revolves around this fodder house. The reason I do these YouTube channels, the reason I do this farm is this fodder house. I've tried a lot of things. I've tried aquaponics, I've tried catfish, sheep, goats, everything. You know, I've tried everything, and I think the secret is this fodder house. This is going to be the key for me, and I want to get it going as soon as possible. And one of the things I need to do is put the glass back in the upper and lower here. I started taking things out of here. This morning was going to be my first day, you know, as far as getting it up and running. But when I came in here, it had been used as a lawn storage shed. So I'll take you over and show you the lawn shed I put together today and moved all of the weed eaters and rakes and shovels and everything out of here into the lawn shed. But this is the fodder house, and that is the tank down there that holds the water, and the water is pumped up with a 12-volt pump. There's a pipe right there. It comes up right there's the pipe, and then it comes up here and it comes out, and then you've got these little adjustment valves to open up the water more or less or shut it off. And then you've got these trays, and they've got holes at one end, and there's a piece of tape. I've marked the end that does not have the hole, so there's holes at the other end. So these trays go in here, and the water drips. The water drips in there, and then this is on an angle, and the water runs down, runs out the holes on the other end into the next tray, and then it rolls forward into the next tray all the way down, and then into that gutter. And then that gutter goes back to the tank right there. And you grow your seedlings in here, and this is what I feed the rabbits and the chickens and the goats and the pigs and everything. So I need to get this going because the feed bill is so high. Over here, the only thing I did this morning was check to see if the power's on. Yep, the power is on in here. It's been a year or so since I've been in here. We have a 24-volt system, which is really small. It's just to run a fan that we have in here, thermostatically controlled fan. Sorry about that, business call came in. But like I said, 24-volt system. These are the fuses for the different things I'm running. It's not much on 24 volt. We do have 110 in here, some timers for the pump to come on, and usually 3 to 4 times a day for just 15-20 minutes. The pump comes on to run the water Then these are two 12-volt systems right here that we have for different pumps and lights and things that we have in here. So random various bulbs that we use, a shelf for the radio when you're out here working up there, and this will be the black soldier fly containers for this year. We've done a lot of videos on those. But tomorrow, it's supposed to rain, we'll see. I may need to replace this pipe. It's so old, it may be rusted through, and the smoke may not on this wood stove. I don't know. I'll probably just go ahead and pick up some pipe, some 6-inch pipe, and have it ready, because I bet that pipe is gonna need replacing. It's been so long since we've been in here. There's a fair amount of cleanup tomorrow, and I need to bring some wood in here to get it dried off. And then we're going to get this thing started. That'll be exciting. Maybe not tomorrow because of the rain, but real soon. One last quick area to show you. This is all the stuff that was in the fodder house this morning. So I put together a couple of these plastic closets this morning so that I can keep the generators. I have two more generators, small ones. One should fit on top of here, and the other one should fit right on top of there. And I'm so glad to finally have this this little area with the generators, and then of course rakes and shovels and whatnot in there. And now we can put the weed eaters and just yard things right in there. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, it's about the harvest.